to close the roundtable session, we will now do a session where each of the roundtable moderators will give exactly 1 minute of summary of the roundtable discussion. So please keep the times. We will have a stopper for each and every one of you. We want to hear all of you, so it's important we will be in time. Okay, so please welcome Adi. We'll just start.
Hi everyone, my name is Adi Zicher. I'm from the Ministry of Defense. My roundtable was about the reliability of our AI models in production. And we started when I put this image in front of everyone as an example of how users can rely on the software we develop. And should that be the vision of our AI models? Because we know everything is statistical and we can't be sure that we'll have all the data that can represent the entire world. So we discussed what are the steps that we should and must take in order to ensure that our models will be as representative and as generic as they can be. So we had very great ideas. I have like a page full of them if anyone wants to hear. And that's it. Thanks for everyone.
So I'm Inbal Gilad,
and Inbal Budovsky-Tal.
And we led a table about the relationship between the product and the data scientist, talking about how can we effectively deliver data science projects within the organization. Talking with the people around the table, really brought up the same issues that we encounter in our day-to-day and wanted to solve when we develop our current work method.
Yes, it's very nice to see that everyone has the same problems. And basically, I think that the main issue that we have encountered is that we work in a domain where there is a lot of uncertainty. When we enter a new data science project, we have a lot of uncertainty. On the other hand, for our customers on the product side, we have to deliver certainty. We know exactly where we are going and we know exactly how much time it's going to take. And the performances of our algorithms are, of course, very known to us. And that's a serious gap. Anyways, thank you very much. We invite you to come to us and learn about what we have done.
Okay. So hi everyone, my name is Sigalit. I'm from Intuit. I'm a data scientist and a team leader at Intuit. I will present the topic brought to us by Aviv Ben-Aryeh, who could not attend. So the topic is leveraging domain knowledge into a world where ML is driving most of the projects. So so in the past, data-driven solutions were mainly driven by domain experts, while today it's relatively easy to arrive to satisfying results using complex models. However, we were discussing in our roundtable where exactly in the life cycle of a machine learning development project, domain knowledge becomes critical. We were raising up, time's up, all right, we're raising up a few ideas and you can come to me to discuss that.
Hi, I'm Inbal. I'm a lead data scientist at Gong. My roundtable was about data science workflows, or the 7 deadly sins of data science. Whether it's sloth, which is not taking the time to explore your data or evaluate your results, to wrath, which is blaming others for your problem. So we talked about how to make sure that your research project is successful, that it delivers value to your customers, that it aligns with the product, with the company goals, and how we achieve all this in time. And we also came up with an 8th cardinal sin. That's it. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Orbason, and Shire, Dangor, and I led the roundtable together today. We are both working at Intuit as a data scientist, and we discussed clean code for data science teams. So we discussed how to start a data science project from scratch, the differences between production and research, and how to manage shared code in big teams. So I think we learned that for different teams, they have different code conventions, but everyone agrees that for great teamwork, knowledge transfer, and easy maintenance, we must keep the code clean and beautiful. So thank you everyone for taking part in our roundtable today, and it was great to see you and meet you all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Katya. I'm working in NSC Israel Research Center. At our table, we talked about data privacy in machine learning. Data privacy is a central issue to training and testing machine learning, especially when we are working with sensitive data such as medical data or financial data. So we defined first which data is private and why it's important to keep it private. And also we discussed a technology called multi-party computation, which can guarantee that sensitive input data can be viewed only by data owner and cannot be revealed to any other party, including a model provider. So we believe that multi-party computation can help to build privacy-preserving machine learning. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bella. I'm currently pursuing a PhD in medical imaging domain, and prior to that I worked 7 years at Philips in medical imaging. Our discussion was a general discussion about what to do when you have unlabeled data, but the annotations are very costly. This is the case when, for medical imaging segmentation, when you actually need to when the doctor needs to segment the contour, and it is really tedious and takes a lot of time and costly. One of the things that we discussed is how to pick the samples to annotate. Because it's so costly, in the beginning, maybe it's better to do it random or something, or cases which are not similar to each other, just to cover the distribution. And then probably one should look on errors and in cases where there is a big error in the segmentation and pick those cases. Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Noah. I'm a data science and machine learning consultant. I led the table about data science street smarts, navigating the sea of information, which is a very fancy title for basically how to keep updated on everything that's new in the world of data science. And we talked about different things, just a few highlights. We talked about what resources we use to get to that new information, like Facebook groups, newsletters, Reddit, some specific feeds, Medium, the website. We talked about how to balance it with work. What's the ideal balance? Whether we prefer it to be the same every week, for example, 2 hours at the beginning of Sunday, or we want to change it based on how busy we are. We talked about how to screen the stuff that's most important to us, stuff that might be relevant to our work, but we wouldn't know it if we hadn't read about it. And also, we shared some personal tips, and then everyone said what they found most useful in their own practice. Thank you.
Okay, hi. I'm Irit, I'm from Microsoft, and together with Rachel Lemberg, my colleague, we led a roundtable discussing how to avoid reinventing the wheel syndrome in data science. So first of all, we established that the problem exists, okay, that people do sometimes reinvent the wheel in data science. Then we started thinking, why does it happen? And the ideas were that it is inherent in data science because it is a younger discipline, and many ego issues are involved, and uncertainty is something that is deep inherent in data science. So a few solutions that were suggested around the table is, first of all, knowledge sharing by meeting, by communicating, by presentations, talking with your colleagues and with people in other organizations. Proper methodology, which sometimes is lacking in data science, and of course, proper documentation. That's it.
Hi, my name is Lital. I'm from the Technion, and I hosted a table called From One Hot Encoding to BERT. So as you might guess, it was an NLP-focused discussion. We talked about different text representation models, from the most simple ones to the state-of-the-art transformers-based models, such as BERT. We discussed the different considerations that you should take into account while choosing one model over the other, such as simplicity or interpretability or computational limitations. And we found that these out-of-the-box state-of-the-art models are still hard to incorporate in production systems. And I think we had a very fruitful discussion, and hopefully we'll keep in touch even after the conference. Thank you.
So hi everyone, my name is Liat Ben-Porat and I'm a data scientist at Intuit. We had a very interesting discussion about customer-driven AI, meaning how to make sure your model suits your customer needs. So we started with the eventing session of how very good models don't end up in production and why does it happen. But then we came out with very good best practices. Few of them, timing is everything, make sure you have a very clear KPIs. We distinguish between business or model or customer benefit metrics. We talked about having the customer involved in the entire process. Explainability can help, be a domain knowledge or have a domain knowledge around, and design thinking methods that test and fail fast. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Talia Tron from Intuit, and together with Miriam Anevitz, we had a very fruitful discussion about ethical AI. When our models influence millions and millions of lives, we really feel that it's time for us as data scientists to consider the potential harms that our work can cause and actively act to prevent those. We discussed several scenarios where AI models can really damage basic human rights, like the right to privacy, the right to autonomy, how they can amplify existing biases and even create new biases. We discussed how it can encourage non-beneficial behaviors such as gambling or violence. And then we had this brainstorming session where each of us shared some practices of how these harms can be avoided. I personally learned a lot, and I hope that implementing these practices and tools in our day-to-day work can help us make sure that our models are used in a responsible, moral manner. Thank you.
So thank you, our Roundtable speakers, for a great illuminating session of Roundtables and for your great conclusions. Thank you.